everyone, welcome to Theimpactplay. My name is Mohammed, otherwise known as It's Yagu, and I am your show host and producer on the ones and twos, and we are your one-stop shop for the news, discussions, and reviews around gaming, tech, and entertainment, sports, esports, and music. We're also keen on uplifting voices and even highlighting their stories. You can join us live over at twitch.tv/Theimpactplay, as well as youtube.com/Theimpactplay, where we are live recording to both platforms. So even if you can't join us live, you can join us when this show is uploaded to your favorite podcast platform, whether it be Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Music, and more. So no matter however you consume your content, wherever you consume it, we are there. Your support keeps the lights burning and keeps the content coming. Learn more by joining us over on Discord, where you can get access to some exclusive content, including an ad-free version of the show, a whole lot of content before everyone else, and more. We are Epic partners. Every purchase you make within the Epic Store, whether it be Rocket League, Fortnite, Fall Guys, and more, when you use our credit code at Theimpactplay, we do get a commission that will help support us and further elevate the show and take us to new heights at no extra cost to you. This episode of the Theimpactplay is also sponsored by Audible. However, me and the team will tell you about that later. This is episode 285, and on the agenda, we have a PlayStation Pro and a PlayStation 5 Pro in development, Sean's upcoming game, a Persona 5 spin-off, the Gaming Hall of Fame nominees, the BAFTA Game Awards, Microsoft's fourth Call of Duty deal, Meta giving up on NFTs, the Hawaii Watch Ultimate, Microsoft 365 Copilot, the winners of the Oscars as well as the Anime Awards. Lance Reddick has sadly passed away. A Wonder Woman anime? March Madness continues. VCL South Asia. The stage is set for the MPLPH Hall of Legends. New music from Taylor Swift, The Chemical Brothers, Childish Gambino, plus the top stories of the week. So welcome to my very first segment of the show, where we discuss stuff in the playing, what I'm enjoying essentially, what I've been up to. Alrighty folks, so what I have been playing. I haven't been playing much, but what I have been playing, I can't talk about it just yet, due to an NDA. So I will, I guess my review of these upcoming titles will be live when they go live here on Theimpactplay. So I guess be on the lookout for that. I'm still finishing up with Velma as well as The Last of Us TV series, which I'll have a review cast up for you as well for those corresponding shows. So I guess let's get into some housekeeping, folks, and on with the news. You can sign up for your free Dirty Dirty trial and immediately get access to 1 credit. If you have Amazon Prime, you get access to 2 credits. It's good for any premium title. Simply go to audibletrial.com/Theimpactplay. Once again, the URL is audibletrial.com/Theimpactplay. Thank you to Audible for sponsoring this episode of the Theimpactplay. Alrighty, folks, so we have something big is coming your way. So stay tuned for a reveal. Coming, I guess, to your favorite social media, as follow us on social, join our Discord, as well as learn more information on what we have planned for you folks. Especially for everyone here locally in the A. So, moving on. This is our 3rd year into supporting Extra Life, a program of Children's Miracle Network Hospitals in support of a local hospital, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, which is an amazing, fun, amazing program that we've been supporting for 3 years plus now. And you can make a donation today by going to our Extra Life donation URL when you go to our About pages if you're watching us on YouTube, as well as on Twitch. It's right there. So make a donation today and enjoy his life and as little as $1 and help us crush these goals together as a community. All right. Moving on. Next up, if you guys missed the last episode where we reviewed The Last of Us, I reviewed the 5th episode of The Last of Us TV show. That review cast is up publicly for everyone, as well as the mixed showcase that happened March 17th, and more. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel for more. So I guess we're gonna get into your gaming play after this. Alrighty, folks. So first up, we have everything revealed during the Mixed Direct showcase coming over from pleadingcool.com. So earlier, the Mix held their annual Direct 2023 showcase ahead of GTC, showing off a ton of indie titles, both in development and to be released. So, first up, we have Scare Ritual. We have next up Hyper Light Breaker, Chasing the Unseen, Raven's Watch, Gunhead, Romancevania, Sopa, Dordogon, if I got that right, 1,000 Times Resist, Closer to Distance, Two Falls, Corpo Nation, Bramble the Mountain King, Spirit of the Island, Acid of Ashes, Kingdom 8, Summer of Greed, Forever Skies, Tamarack Trail, Town Seek, Let's Revolution, Punch Club 2, Fast Forward, Dr. Fetus's Mean Meat Machine, Steam World Build, Worldless, Viewfinder, Frogan Encore, Dave the Diver, Criminals Within, Koa and the Five Pirates of Mara, Wild Meter, Straight Lights, Mythwrecked, Abrosia Island, Broken Roads, Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew, Shogun Showdown Prologue, Shuffle Tactics, Robo Frenzy, Troublemaker, Elsley, The Devil Within, Satgate, Trinity Fusion, Dubium Sulfur, Amid Evil VR, Morbid the Lords of Ire, Lethal Honor Order of the Apocalypse, Luna Abyss, wow, a lot of titles. Inkbound, Bulwark, Falconeer Chronicles, Have a Nice Death, wait, that sounds familiar. Pelgin, Kung Fury Street Rage, Henry Half Head, Luddill Knot, Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom, Mail Time, that's funny, Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom. I like that one. I want to look into this title. Mail Time, we said, Gordlet, Super Adventure Hand, Botany Manor, Valley Peaks, and that's about it. But let me take a look at something. Ba, ba, ba. So it did highlight Black Voices of Gaming, which is a nice little thing that they're doing. Pretty much amplifying unrepresented voices in the space. Let's see. Okay. But I want to make sure. I believe it was Khalif Items that did host the show. I want to make sure. From Spawn on Me. Okay, all. Yeah, Khalif. Oh, I spelled his name wrong, but it's fine. I believe he hosted it. I believe seeing him there. I didn't watch the entire show. Let me go into his Twitter account. Let me see something. Yep, here it is. So it was hosted by Khalif Adams himself, as well as Destiny Cleveland, and people that made appearances is the Hip Hop Gamer, which we had him here on previously on an episode of the show, Joseph Hooker, Zalavier, Nelson Hopliarebashta, and even Jaya Watts. Alright, I had to make sure on that front. I had to look that up real quick. I'm looking to Have a Nice Death. It looks familiar. I remember seeing this somewhere. Okay, it's available on Steam. but I feel like it was on a Nintendo showcase. Let me look into this. Because this does look familiar. Yeah, it was on a Nintendo Direct. I was right. Because I remember seeing that and I caught my eye. The yellow taxi goes to the room. This is funny. You're pretty much a yellow taxi. It looks like almost like a Fall Guys little world that you collect things. There's a timer as well, but it looks fun. It looks fun. Let me show you the Steam page. It looks interesting. Like I had to look up that title. It's a well-made title. Let's see. Where's the window? There we are. There you are, folks. Yellow taxi goes for room. It's so funny. I love that title. It looks like you control characters as well. Look at the taxi. Like, it looks like not a foreign, like a Fall Guys type of world, or like a Mario world even, like a hybrid between the two. Like it's funny. Coming soon. This is funny. This is super funny. I'm adding this to my list. Let me see something. Let me see what all the platforms this is going to. Hold on, search. Besides Steam, Microsoft Windows. Those awesome guys. That's the publisher. This thing's phenomenal. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go into this Twitter thingy. Okay, here's the profile. Let's see. Steam. Oh, they have a demo out. Okay, nice. I'm gonna download this. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to the Twitter thingy. Actually, no. I'll just do it right here. Where's the download button or the add to the thingy? Add to wish list. Download. Here it is. Yes, Steam is installed. Open. That's why I don't have to do anything. Next. Alright, it's installing on my end. Let me follow them as well. This is funny. I love this title. How do I follow? I think I could follow something on Steam. Hold on. But Steam's like weird with these things. Oh, here we go. Follow. And then we'll add to my wish list so I'll know when it comes out. I love that name. Okay, we'll follow them here. Pick arcade. Okay. Okay, F11. Okay. We'll leave that there. This way I could go back to them. Hopefully we could get a review code as well for that title. Okay, moving on. We have the BAFTA Games Awards. Coming over from Games Industry That Biz. Alright, so we're not going to go into each individual category because there's a lot. But the most nods are for, I believe it's God of War with 14 nods. Stray has 8 and Elden Ring has 7. And all 3 of them have been nominated for the Best Game Award. Alright, so that's it on that front. Next up we have Shoei Yoshida is set to receive the BAFTA Fellowship Award, coming from the same website, so GamesIndustry.biz, on March 30th. It recognizes his work as a champion of indie development developers. So kudos to him. Alright, moving on. Coming over from The Verge, Microsoft has signed his 4th Call of Duty deal, hopefully to win over regulators. So Ubisoft, which is the Taiwan-based cloud gaming provider, is gonna be, I guess it's gonna be on their service as well. It looks like they signed a 10-year partnership to stream Xbox PC games as well as Activision Blizzard titles after the acquisition closed. And also, there's another note I literally just heard of on the way here from listening on another podcast, the Bobby Blackwood show. If you guys have heard of that, it's another local Atlanta-based podcast, such as myself, but that apparently Sony has. Where did they make that? I believe in in Europe. They announced closed doors to regulators. The reason they have, and also they have not accepted the Microsoft's 10-year Call of Duty deal commitment to bringing Call of Duty to PlayStation for the next 10 years, which is more than generous, more than anyone would ever do. But the reason, like I said, we talked about the excuse before, how they're saying, quote unquote, that they're not going to give us the best version. It's not because of that. They just don't want the deal to go through. That's the only reason. So all of it is like bad faith that Microsoft has went above and beyond to hopefully please PlayStation, but they're the biggest opponents to this deal because they don't want the deal to go through. They want it to follow suit, to like not go through, but it's inevitable. It already went through in Europe, in Brazil, and it's just pretty much here, just in the US, what's left. So yeah, hopefully, what I want to see is they're being such an ass to deal with, right? Is it just my thoughts, my hot takes on this, by the way, that they don't want that 10-year deal commitment from Xbox, right? Okay, that's fine. You know, you're not getting it because you're being a bad competitor by not allowing us. It's not because they don't PlayStation. They're not giving the best version. Well, you're doing. I went on a rant on this on last week's show where you're not giving Xbox the best of Call of Duty. You're literally keeping exclusive stuff for PlayStation, as well as third-party deals and commitments that are exclusively say in the contracts that prevent those games from going. They can go everywhere else, to PC, Nintendo Switch, but not Xbox or even Game Pass. They cannot do that because of how many deals they have in place. So I can't wait for this deal to go through, and PlayStation can kiss Call of Duty goodbye. But yeah, speaking of PlayStation, we have an exclusive coming from Insider Gaming, where sources have confirmed that the PS5 Pro is in development, could release with a tentative release date of late 2024. So they have previously reported that a new PlayStation 5 with a detachable disc drive is scheduled to release later this year. Apparently to help to cut down on production and shipping costs. That's why they're coming out with a detachable drive. But this PS5 Pro model is completely separate from that. It's not the same SKU, pretty much. That's what they're saying here. So I think I'll probably wait for the Pro to come out. Hopefully it will be a lot better than the PS5 now. Right, so moving on. We have Shroud has unveiled his open world survival game titled Project Astrid, coming from AFK Gaming. So, he has partnered up with another streamer, Chris Sacriel Bell. It's being developed by Splash Damage to work on it. It's officially described as a AAA open world survival game. So that's all it is, and it's officially happening. So thank you, AFK, for that one. All right, so we have some Bungie things that are some changes coming to Bungie, coming over from GameSpot. So the first one up, and announced in the latest Bungie blog, outlines the latest events coming to the Destination 2, including Trials of Osiris and our Iron Banner. So there is no longer a freelance node part of Trials of Osiris. So it's only a 3v3 firetime matchmaking. And Bungie even added 2 legacy Iron Banner weapons to the loot pool in Season 20. So Jerome's Claw and the Bite of the Fox. And what is the other one? I literally just saw. Hold on. Did I close it? Or I think that was a duplicate. Yeah, that one was a duplicate. Okay, never mind. I guess that's all Destiny for you folks. Alright, we have a release date for Texas Chainsaw Massacre coming from GameSpot as well. So the release date is set to release on the PS4, PS5. I was going to say PS4 Pro, like it's the same thing. Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PC on August 18, 2023. And it'll launch on Game Pass on day 1 for console and PC. So kudos to them. Alright. Moving on to the Gaming Hall of Fame. So The Last of Us is one of the 12 nominees for the Hall of Fame. We have other finalists are Age of Empires, Angry Birds. Oh wait, the original Angry Birds. I'm like, wait a minute. Barbie Fashion Designer, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Oh wow, I haven't heard of that game in forever. Computer Space, FIFA International Soccer, GoldenEye 007, The Last of Us, NBA 2K, Quake, Wii Sports, and Wizardry. Wow, a lot of old titles. Like really. Apparently, the voting is open now until the 22nd, and the final round will be revealed on May 4th. And the winning title will join the likes of Mario, Super Mario Brothers, as well as Legend of Zelda, and the Hall of Fame. A new Tekken 8 trailer has revealed martial law, and this is coming from GameSpot. So we also have the reveal trailer on our YouTube channel as well. So Epic's Unreal Editor has a launch date for Fortnite. Finally, it's coming from The Verge. Where are you? March 22nd. I'm like, I'm looking for it, and I don't see it here. And it was in the title. That's funny. All right. We talked about this previously, where Hybrid Skin is, I guess, bringing the old Xbox 360 into a new light. It has a release date now, and it's coming on June 6th, and it's priced at $49.99. Will be available in. Actually, let me show these colors off in black. White, pink, or red. It's coming from IGN. Alrighty. Oh, yeah, I can do it with the keyboard, right? Ah, no, I can't. Suck. Make it easier on me. Wait, that's the core controller. Why are you giving me this? What is all this? Okay, this has nothing to do with it. This is funny. Like, wait a minute. Why are you guys showing me all this? Hold on, let me get out of it. That's why I can look for it. Okay, you could pre-order it now, and it's available March 5th. Let's see, what was the pre-order? Wait, what did it say? Well, you know, they sell watch bands too. I'm like, huh? This is interesting. I'm like, what in the world? Because I'm going through their product line. Here, I'm going to show you this too. Here. Oh, where is it? I'm literally scrolling through it. I'm thinking these are the controllers. So the black, the white, and the purple. And this portable pocket console. And then they also have like retro console type things, VR skins. I'm looking at all this. I'm like in shock. I'm like, whoa, they have some nice stuff. All right, so moving on. All right, let's not get too carried away. You're gonna move on with the news. So moving on, Call of Duty Mobile is apparently will be supported for the long haul, because there's a rumor that it'll be phased out in favor of Warzone Mobile, but they're saying that they're supporting it. They have new content coming out, and yeah. So thank you, GameSpot, for that. Alright, the Resident Evil 4 demo is now live on PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam, and I have that downloaded on my console as well. And the main game is coming out March 24th. So it is the remake, by the way. We have Apex Legends Mobile. It's apparently gonna be coming back to mobile, and it looks like it's gonna be a full version, so similar to Fortnite's I guess option, where it's it's the same exact game instead of being one specifically for mobile. So that's what I actually wanted from Apex Legends Mobile. So thank God. And I was also saying that the reinvention will apparently take years to come, and players shouldn't get too excited just yet. But it should have crossplay between mobile, PC, and all that good stuff. So we're still waiting on that front as well. That's literally, I'm playing Apex on Steam because that's where I started from. I don't want to lose all my content that I have on there, because not just losing it because I tried to launch it on my Xbox or my PlayStation, but I don't have all my characters unlocked because I started on my Steam version, so I can't use that. And Brawlhalla is the same way. So those are the two titles I don't want to have crossplay and cross progression for. Well, crossplay is a thing, but cross progression is what I really want. All right, Persona 5 is apparently the Phantom X, which is a spinoff. It's apparently a full-fledged Persona 5 game for mobile world platforms, iOS and Android. Coming over from Black Wings Game Studio. Did I hear about them? Oh. And so apparently a release has only been confirmed from China. So people across the way. Alright, I guess that's it for gaming, folks, and now I'm going to move on to some tech news. Alright, let me drink some coffee that I got from my local coffee shop. This coffee is divine. But nonetheless, I guess The Verge reports that the FCC is now requiring cell carriers to block scam texts from sketchy numbers, which will proactively protect consumers by blocking robotexts from unused, allocated, or even invalid phone numbers. This also includes blocking messages from phone numbers identified by government agencies or other organizations not being used for texting. So impersonating messages mistakenly sent to a rogue number, or sometimes even seemingly sent from the user's own phone number as well. So thank God I'm tired of getting those messages as well. I literally used to get it every day, but now maybe I get it about 5 times a week on both my lines. Alright, next up, another FCC update for you folks coming from The Verge as well. So the FCC is starting to set up the legal framework that would let companies provide satellite service directly to cell phones like SpaceX, T-Mobile, and more. A notice of proposed rulemaking that will lay out how companies would get the appropriate licenses, what spectrums they'll be able to use, and a clear and transparent process for the regulators to support their efforts. So the main focus is planning on to work with existing carriers and using parts of the spectrum traditionally reserved for standards like 5G. So I'm excited for this. So Meta is apparently finally giving up NFTs for Facebook and Instagram, coming from The Verge. So coming from a fintech lead, Stefan Casriel, said in a Twitter thread on Monday. So the Meta will end tests of minting and selling NFTs on Instagram, as well as the ability to share NFTs on both those platforms in the coming weeks. About time, like literally, I don't understand why they have this. But nonetheless, next up we have the Hawaii Watch Ultimate. As apparently will have satellite network launching on March 23rd, coming from Hawaii, directly from Hawaii. Well, apparently it'll be the first smartwatch to have satellite SMS technology and allow users to send an SMS over satellite connectivity when a network isn't available. So kudos to them for this phenomenal achievement. That's why I had to show this. And let me show you the I guess the teaser image that they have here. Hey, what is this? Oh, here it is. Alright, so let me show you this. Give me a second. Alright, there's a little teaser that they have, the announcement for the upcoming watch. And it's apparently going to be like a series of watches, not just one watch. So apparently it's going to have like a rotating bezel as well. So I'm definitely looking for a watch, but I guess what I'm seeing is the Apple Watch is the best thing, but I don't use my iPhone. I use my Android device mainly. So if it can synchronize with Android, I would prefer that, because I like Apple's watches, the features built into it, as well as the best thing that I like about it is the almost unlimited amount of bands that you could buy. So yeah, so we'll wait and see. Hopefully this will land with. It'll work with most of these Android smartwatches work with both Android and Apple as well. And moving on to some Microsoft news for you folks. So Microsoft 365 Copilot, which is currently integrating AI into the mix. So this is their announcement as well. So today we are bringing the power of next generation AI to work, introducing Microsoft 365 Copilot, your Copilot to work. It combines the power of large language modules with your data and the Microsoft Graph and Microsoft 365 apps, turning your words into the most powerful productivity tool on the planet. It'll do it in two ways, alongside you, embedded in the 365 apps used every day, as well as business chat as well. Yeah, so we have to wait and see on that front how this is gonna work. I guess I'll figure it out because I do use Office 365 as well for getting the show ready and all that good stuff. So moving on, Ryan Rennie, if you guys have seen Ryan Reynolds' Mint Mobile ads, it has sold to T-Mobile for more than $1 billion. Even though a fun fact that they during its inception, before they got bought out by T-Mobile itself, they've been using the T-Mobile network as well. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna leave this here. Let's see. Okay. Where are you, buddy? Yeah, okay. So I guess we'll move on to some entertainment news for you, folks. Alrighty, folks. So we have the winners of the 2023 Oscars, which we forgot to discuss on last week's show because that was the title of the show. But it is what it is. We learn from it and we move on. So this was coming from the same source, Billboard. Hey, know what I want. Okay. So let's see the winners because we talked about it. No, we did talk about it, but all the winners weren't fully announced. So that's what it was. So now we have the full winners of it. Best Actress and a Supporting Role, we have Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best Costume Design, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Ruth Carter. Best Sound, went to Top Gun Maverick. We have Best Original Score, went to All Quiet on the Western Front. Best Adapted Screenplay, Woman Talking. Best Original Screenplay, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best Live Action Short Film, An Irish Good Boy. Best Animated Short Film, The Movie, The Mole, The Fox, and the Horse. Best Actor in a Supporting Role, Ki Hugh Kwan in Everything All at Once. Best Animated Film went to Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Best Original Song went to Not To from RRR. Whatever that is. Best International Feature Film went to All Quiet on the Western Front. Best Makeup and Hairstyling went to The Whale. Best Production Design went to All Quiet on the Western Front. Best Cinematography went to All Quiet on the Western Front. Best Visual Effects went to Avatar: The Way of Water. Best Film Editing, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best Documentary Feature, Navalny. Best Documentary Short Subject went to The Elephant Whisperers. Best Actor in a Leading Role went to Brendan Fraser and The Whale. Best Actress in a Leading Role went to Michelle Yeoh and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best Director went to Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best Picture, Everything Everywhere All at Once. And that's all we got for you. So next up is the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, coming from Crunchyroll directly. So we have Anime of the Year went to Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Best Original Anime went to Lycrosis Recall. We have Best Anime and Character Design went to Demon Slayer. Let's see. We have Best Animation went to Demon Slayer. Best Anime Series went to Spy Family. We have Best Continuing Anime Series went to One Piece. Wow, it's still continuing? Sheesh. Best anime opening sequence went to Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Best anime ending sequence went to Spy and Family. Best anime score went to Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Best anime film went to Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Best anime song went to Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Best anime director went to Demon Slayer. Best main anime character went to Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. For Eren Jaeger. Best supporting anime character went to Anya Forger for Spy and Family. Best wait a minute, wrong way. Best must protect at all costs anime character went to Anya Forger and Spy and Family. Best action anime went to Demon Slayer. Best comedy anime, Spy Family. Best drama anime, Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. It's like those are the top 3. Best fantasy anime, Demon Slayer. Best romance anime, Kaguya-sama, Love is War, Ultra Romantic. Best voice acting performance, Japanese, went to Yuki Kaja for Eren Jaeger and Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Best voice acting performance in English went to Zach Aguilar and David Martinez and Cyberpunk Edgerunners. And that's all for you folks. Next up, we have some side news. So Lance Reddick, the actor who John Wick, what other shows is he a part of? Passed away, coming from Fords. The Wire. He also was in Horizon Forbidden Dawn, Destiny 2. Has passed away at the age of 60. So it looks like it was natural causes. So may he rest in peace. Speaking of actors that passed away, former actor Jason David Frank's final film will be out this fall. So it would have been on his 50th birthday. Legend of the White Dragon. That's what it's called. Alright, next up we have an exclusive from Deadline that Guillermo del Toro is looking that he's going to be working on, from sources close to Deadline, that he's in talks to work on a Frankenstein with Netflix. Next up, we have a Silent Hill sequel movie that is begin filming in April, coming from GameSpot. The production is set to start in April in Germany and Eastern Europe. The Last of Us finale has reached 8.2 million viewers and has surpassed House of the Dragon. So they can get GameSpot for that. Speaking of The Last of Us, a digital and physical home video has been announced. That let's see. Physical will be available July 18th. Digitally will come out April 11th. Alright, next up we have Woody Allen and Matthew McConaughey are teaming up for a new TV series in which they will play themselves. The new collaboration is for an untitled Apple TV Plus comedy where the two live up on the same Texas ranch with their families, testing the actors' friendship in the process. They have told that to IndieWire, and they're also executive producers on the TV series as well. Okay, Keanu Reeves will have a John Wick cameo in Anna the Ottoman's Ballerina, which is a spin-off. They can get for that, and Marvel is apparently seeking DMCA subpoenas for names of the Ant-Man dialogue leakers, which I did not hear about this until I found this article. I'm like, wait, what? It is what it is. So I didn't even know about this. I'm like, I'm sure a lot of people didn't know that it leaked either. But yeah. Alright, we have an article from Deadline where what's her name? Daisy Edgar Jones is set to star in Twisters, which is a new chapter to the 1996 box office hit for AMBN Amblin Entertainment and Universal Pictures. And Lee Isak Chung is on board to direct the script. And apparently the film is being co-financed by Warner Brothers. And then here's one coming from IGN. That Ben Affleck has discussed the problems with Justice League and has simultaneously ruled out returning to DC to direct a film under James Gunn and Peter Safran's leadership. It was reported in December that Gunn had met with Affleck to discuss the possibility of him directing a DC film. However, Affleck had made clear that while he holds no hostility towards Gunn, he's simply not interested in directing a project for the revamped DCU. I would not, quote unquote, I would not direct something that James Gunn, DC, absolutely not. I have nothing against him. He's a nice guy, but I just wouldn't want to go and direct in the way that they're doing that. I'm not interested in that. So it looks like we're not seeing eye to eye in this. Alright, we have a Gattaca reboot from Holland Duo in the works at Showtime, one from the Hollywood Reporter. Let's see, we have apparently an announcement coming from Zack Snyder with the hashtag Full Circle, and we're gonna play live on stream for you folks. And the first time I'm seeing this as well. Alright. Nope, that's not it. Alright, give me a second. Alright. Alrighty. Put the audio on. And let's play it. Wait. I think it's muted. Let me find out. Hold on. I feel like it's muted. Let me double check the tab. Yeah, I know it. The tab is muted. Okay, and then we're gonna go to here to show it to you folks. Incoming transmission. And this is the first time I see this as well, so I'm reacting it to you. Is it me or did I hear Dark Side? From Lord Darkseid. Yep. You know what I think this might be? This might be a DC fandom event. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll see. Hopefully I'm right. Because it's 3 days. 28th, 29th, and 30th. So why would they do that instead of having just one set date? So that is my, I guess my conspiracy theory. I feel like what's happening on that front. Alright, so next up we have Sweet Tooth Season 2, arriving in April 27th, 2023, coming from IGN. And we also have a first look as well, so if you don't want to be spoiled, skip this. Okay. Oh, now the keyboard is working. I love how it works whenever it wants. What kind of show is this? A fantasy type show? That's what it looks like. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So moving on. Next up, we have Screen 6 has won at the box office, which is the franchise's best debut. It earned 45.5 domestically. Internationally, let me see what it says here. It has, looks like it is on track to reach over 100 million. So it looks like it's gonna surpass Creed 3. I'm sorry, Creed and Creed 2. Alright, thank you, Agent, for that. And it looks like James Gunn teased that he's working on an animated Wonder Woman project. It looks like it could be in the works, we'll see. And Good Burger 2 is set to hit Paramount Plus later this year. Good Burger, welcome to Good Burger. How may I take your order? Thank you, Diverge, for that. So I guess we're done with entertainment, folks, and move on to some sports. And of course, all we have for you is the March Madness continues. So, and they're both coming from CBS Sports. We have Saturday second round of games of the 2023 NCAA tournament. So half of the teams move on to Sweet 16 portion of March Madness, and now 8 more games tipping Sunday will produce winners to round up the group of teams that are advancing to the second weekend of the Big Dance. So all 4 number 3 seeds have advanced out of the first round, and all will be featured on Sunday, starting with Sean Miller. We'll skip those games. And next up, we have Princeton has entered history on Saturday by becoming the 4th number 15 seed to ever reach the Sweet 16 as it beat number 7 seed Missouri 78-63 in the second round. Ryan Langberg led the way with 22 points for Princeton. All right, so it looks like that's it for sports, and now I'm going to move on to some esports news for you folks. So first up, we have the stage is set for the next MPL PH Hall of Fame, Hall of Legends inductees, current from AVK Gaming. So the voting will commence on April 16th, and every season, new MLBB talent will be honored as part of the league's initiative to recognize those games, those who have made a significant contributions to the esports scene. So PH, of course, it's short for the Philippines. So the first inductees were Joshua Chaknu, Meglong, Setsuna Doggy, Ignacio, Carl Litzy, Nepomuceno, John Mar Venus, Villan Luna, RCG PH coach Brian Panda Lim, Angelo Few, Archangel Christian, Raflesia Fajora, and Carlito Ribo Jr., Darneri Wise Rosario, and Janiel Yeli Hayes Bata None. Hopefully I didn't botch any of those names. If I did, I do apologize. So moving up, so we have the Valorant Challengers League 2023 South Asia set to take place March 18th to the 22nd of April. No. Yeah, March 18th to 22nd of April looks like. Let's see, tournament has been split into 2 phases, starting with league stages, and will end, of course, with the playoffs. So the top 6 teams will face each other in a double elimination bracket, best of 3. The final, which will host a best of 5 match. The winning team will go in to represent the South Asian region in the VCT 2023 Pacific APAC Ascension. And it looks like Inertia Gaming. Let's see what is all this about. Week Season 2 has been announced. The week-long tournament taking place from the 20th to the 26th of March, featuring 5 esports titles. So the titles are Pokemon Unite, Free Fire Max, CS:GO, PUBG PC, and WCC 3. Alrighty. So next up we have it looks like Cloud9 and FlyQuest have both ended up in first place after the full scheduled 18-game slate, a part of LCS. Alright, and next up we have play pley.gg that it looks like Sean Gratis faction Kawhi is set to transfer to Team NKT. And lastly, we have AFK Gaming reports that Coach Marsh has parted ways with Execration. It looks like it's due to his underperformance in the Lima Majors. But yeah, alright, that's it for esports, folks. Now we move on to our last and final segment, music. Alrighty, let's see. So we have Willie Nelson is set to hit the road this summer for his 2023 Outlaw Music Festival, coming from Billboard. The annual festival, which serves as a celebration of his life and legacy, celebrates his upcoming 90th birthday. Guests include Robert Plant, the Average Brothers, John Frogret, Trampled by Turtles. That's a nice name. Particle Kid, Brittany Spencer, and more. The Jonas Brothers went on stage with Miley Cyrus for a duet before the storm for the first time in a decade. Thank you, Billboard, for that. Part of the Broadway residency. So, iHeartRadio reports that Drake and 21 Savage have added more dates due to high demand. So they've added a total of 14 dates to the tour, including Miami, Detroit, New York, Las Vegas, and Seattle. Alright, Billie Eilish is making her acting debut, coming from iHeart as well, for the upcoming Amazon Prime Video series Swarm, that is apparently live now on the service. And it looks like Demi Lovato is making her directorial debut with Child Stardom documentary for Hulu, for the Variety. Taylor Swift has dropped 4 new songs ahead of her tour, the Eras tour. All right, thank you, Billboard, for that. We have Usher has delivered a new single, "Glue," part of his upcoming album. Thank you, iHeart, for that. Bailey Zimmerman has dropped his debut album information, I guess you could say. He teased earlier this month. Let me see. So his album, Religiously, is set to make its debut on May 12th. We have the Chemical Brothers has a new track, No Reason. Thank you, Billboard, for that one. We have Childish Gambino and Kirby have teamed up for the Swarm EP as a part of the new Prime Video series as well. Thank you, Billboard. And let's see, we talked about that one. So we have also new music from Jimin from BTS that went solo. He gave a taste of his upcoming album Face, and it's apparently will launch March 24th. We have Melina Martinez that she's on track for Death, which is her latest album, looks like. We have Avenged Unfold from KX5 and Huxier. Alright, looks like that's it for new music. Now let's go into the charts. We have the Billboard charts, I should say. So we have Morgan Wallen has ruled the artist 100, Hot 100 and Billboard's 200 charts simultaneously for the first time. And it's the first country artist to achieve this feat, so kudos. And let's go into the top 5 out of the Billboard's Hot 100 list. We have Morgan Wallen's Last Night is at number 1, Miley Cyrus' Flowers is at number 2, Kill Bill by SZA is at number 3, The Die For You by The Weeknd and Ariana Grande is at number 4, and number 5 is Pink Pantheress and Ice Spice's Boys a Liar Part 2. Alrighty. Well, looks like that's all we have for you folks. If you guys are interested in some reading mail, here's how you can contact us. Oh, hello. I didn't see your chat until now. But, let's see. You guys interested in sending us reading mail? You send us your feedback, your thoughts, any questions you may have for us. You have a couple ways to do so. If you guys are listening to us on Spotify, you can leave us a, there will be a question following each and every episode to let us know your thoughts and ask for your feedback on that episode. And other ways, you could send an email to readingmail@theimpactplay.com by joining our Discord. By leaving a voice note over at anchor.fm/theimpactplay. And I believe there's one more. Spotify. I talked about Spotify. Discord. I don't think I said email to, so you can send us an email to readingmail@theimpactplay.com. And your feedback will either be read live or even read live here on the show. This is your opportunity to be a part of the show as well. So thank you guys so much for making us supported every day. We should our community server over on Discord. If you were to go to our bot pages on either YouTube or on Twitch as well, there will be a Discord link there. If you guys don't see it, you can simply tag us or send us a DM on social as well. So whether it be Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, just send us a DM or just tag us. We'll give you a new link. So thank you guys so much. Leave us a review on just your favorite platform. Have a great one, and until next time, folks. And be sure you share the show with everyone that you know to help us elevate the charts and reach even new viewers, even more listeners. So have a great one, folks, and until next time.